respect yourself. And McDonald's, where it's Mac time all the time.
Week 16 of the Mitsubishi Challenge. And after the Suns' inspirational one-point victory over the Melbourne Tigers, the Townsville Suns will be out to carry their enthusiasm through as they tackle the Perth Wildcats. They too had to go into overtime to claw a victory from the Sydney Kings. The last time these teams met, it came down to the wire, the Wildcats walking away with a 4-point win in a very low-scoring affair. From the Furnace and the garrison city of Townsville, the Townsville Power Suns take on the Coca-Cola Wildcats.
Hello and welcome to the Townsville Breakwater Entertainment Centre, and a special welcome to our viewers in Western Australia for this Week 16 clash of the Mitsubishi Challenge. The Perth Coca-Cola Wildcats up against the Townsville Power Suns. Both sides coming off overtime wins in their last games. With me, as usual, the guru of basketball, Trevor Roberts. Trevor, I've been told by the Suns camp I'm not allowed to pick them, so I'll go for the Wildcats. How about yourself?
Well, I have to go for the Wildcats on form in recent weeks, but the Suns 5 of 7, so how do you go past them? But the size of the Wildcats, I believe, is going to be the deciding factor. Their big guys up front are just so big that the players here are going to struggle against that, and they have 6 players scoring in double figures, and it's going to be really hard to find the right man to shut down. OK,
well, I've given the kiss of death to the Perth Wildcats. 2 key players to watch tonight, Aaron Trahair and Cameron Dickinson, both players in fine shooting form.
Well, Cameron Dickinson has become the clutch shooter in the Suns lineup. He seems to be able to come up with that big basket at the right time. And he said to me earlier tonight that playing with Derek Rucker has really helped him a lot. Aaron Trahair, on the other hand, just coming back from the World Championships, where he was captain of the silver medal winning Australian under-20 team and also made the All-Star 5. So he's a player with a big future.
And one the Suns will have to stop somehow tonight, apart from the Perth Wall, of course. Let's have a look at the starting lineups. Firstly, for the Suns, that's the 5 they've been using. Jason Cameron has got the defensive job tonight. He somehow has to try and stop some of those players. And Clarence Tyson, well, he's looking for a big game. He only scored 10 points last time they played Perth, looking for at least to double that tonight.
Well, he backed that up with 25 rebounds, though, which was a big night. And in the Wildcats, well, Ricky Grace driving the show from behind with that front line of Blahoff, Fisher and Crawford. And you'll see Stewart and Trahair share that off-guard spot for the match.
The Perth Wildcats on their first leg of their Queensland road double, taking on the Townsville Suns tonight and travelling to the Gold Coast Rollers on Saturday. Tip-off about to get underway. Can the Suns make it 4 out of 4 at home? The Wildcats get first possession through Stewart.
The Suns played zone against the Wildcats in Perth and had a great deal of success. The Wildcats shooting very poorly from outside, but there's JC hits the first one from that short corner. So I think they'll probably try that out first up, Ken, to see whether it works for them again.
2-zip, the Wildcats lead. Rucker to Dickinson. Catch and shoot, and it goes straight down for Dickinson for the first 3-pointer of the game.
Well, that's Cameron Dickinson, confidence player, has been in great form of recent times. But there's Ricky Grace with a trademark penetration move from the top of the lane.
So 4 plays 3. Dickinson continuing on from where he left off last week. Of course, sending the game into overtime against the Melbourne Tigers.
We have the Wildcats in a zone here right now also. They're going to look to make the Suns shoot from outside, and with that big lineup inside with Crawford, Blahoff and Fisher, they should dominate their own end of the boards.
Stewart for his first touch tonight, and he knocks it down with a big 3-pointer. So the Wildcats out to a 4-point lead.
Anthony Stewart must be enjoying himself now in a winning program with the Wildcats. I mean, no criticism of Hobart, but I see an interview with him on the weekend where he said at his age of 23 or 24, it was time to make that move if he wanted to see the opportunity to progress.
So a turnover from the Suns. Will the Wildcats make them pay? A hard foul from Shane Froling to send Anthony Stewart to the charity stripe for 2 shots.
Shane Froling, first foul of the game. Anthony Stewart down for...
So Stewart gets 1 of 2, but gets possession again for the Perth Wildcats. They have another 30 seconds. Fisher doesn't waste any time. Dickinson with the board to send the Suns into transition play. Rucker back to Dickinson. Great pass inside to Shane Froling. And he's fouled to go to the line for 2.
Goal number 30, Scott Fisher. First foul for the Perth Wildcats. Shane Frolling to the line for 2 shots.
Well, the Suns got the opportunity there on the transition play to get inside the lane on the Wildcats for the first time. With that zone pressure there earlier on, everything they've had has been just the outside shot from long range. And if they're going to break that zone down, they need to get the ball down inside, in particular to Clarence Tyson.
One of 2 for Shane Frolling from the line. Stewart. Ricky Grace had a poor game against the Suns in Perth during week 10. Stewart, with the penetration move, counts the basket and will get the bonus as well.
Stewart, the foul being called on Cameron Dickinson, his first foul. Anthony Stewart to the line for a bonus shot.
So the Wildcats leave 11-4. Still under 10 minutes to go in this first quarter. Rucker, yet to have a shot tonight so far. Frolling, Rucker, must have heard me. Pulls the trigger and knocks down a 3.
Well, that's good enough. That's an answer in itself. I just see the Wildcats there defensively too look like they're prepared to get out and double team Rucker a little too, make him give the ball up.
Looked like a trouble from JC, wasn't called, but the Wildcats retain possession. This is Grace. 4-point split to the Wildcats. Grace calls the play. Crawford, left alone, thought about it. The Wildcats being patient in offense. Fisher. That's a block on Shane Frolling. The basket won't count though.
Oh, Frolling not happy about the call, but the referee stepping in early. I guess they want to make sure they take control of the game straight away and not let things get too rugged down underneath.
Vlahov has been in fine form in the last couple of weeks. Ricky Grace with 2 off the glass. 13 plays 7. The Suns now to run their move. Rucker tells his players where he wants them. Inside to Frolling. He loses that though. And it will be a Suns possession.
Well, somebody tiptoed on the line down there, and referee Mike Reese caught him.
Cameron. Of course, the shot clock doesn't reset. They've got 7 seconds to get one away. Dickinson for 2. Doesn't go. Fisher with the board. And the Wildcats are away through Grace. Inside pass to Vlahov. Pump fake and finds 2.
Well, things are looking fairly ominous at this stage. That big Perth zone is the Suns are finding very difficult to break down. Without a big player to match up with them inside, it really is difficult for them to go down inside with the ball. Clarence Tyson over in Perth had 25 rebounds for the game, but only got away 10 shots for his total of 8 points for the match. And that's not a criticism of Clarence. It's simply that he's up against 3 quality big players.
He certainly needs help on the boards. Frolling. Baseline jumper is good for 2.
And that could change the pattern of things a little bit. If one of the big guys like Frolling can step into that short corner and knock a couple of jump shots down, it may change the rotation of the Perth defence.
Vlahov. Cameron with the job on Andrew Vlahov tonight. Tries to get the pass inside, but that's a Suns possession. So good defence from the Suns to force the turnover. And they now have a chance to bridge this gap. 15 plays 9 in this first quarter. Still 7.5 minutes remaining. Dickinson inside to Frolling, looking for his options. Almost loses possession. And that'll be a foul on Andrew Vlahov.
As Vlahov just being picked up for the hands foul there, reaching in after the ball. The referees tend to be fairly quick with that call on most occasions. Anytime they see somebody reaching, trying to knock the ball away, if they get it across the arm, well, it's a call immediately.
Rucker. Frolling. Great inside pass to Tyson. Doesn't go. And JC cleans up for the Perth Wildcats. Grace to Stewart. Inside to Fisher. Fisher goes strong to the hoop, draws 3 Suns players. That's called on Jason Cameron, and Fisher to the line to shoot 2. Fisher willing that one in. Dances his prayers. 17-9. Wildcats lead. So the Wildcats now extending their defence. Trolling. Good ball movement from the Suns. The outside shot from Cameron, right on the 10-second warning buzzer, is good. A big 3-pointer from Jason Cameron. Just what the doctor ordered for the Suns.
Well, Jason Cameron's going to have to look to shoot the ball tonight with that zone matched up very closely on Dickinson and Rucker. Somebody needs to take those shots, and last week there's Stewart. Well, Stewart's shot pretty well so far. He's 2 of 3, but last week Jason was 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, 3 of 4 overall, and 75%. And we say it every week, he needs to shoot the ball a little more.
Crawford. Rucker with the board on that to send themselves into transition. He settles it down to run the offense. Dickinson. Tyson. Inside to Cameron. Great play. And a foul is called to send Jason Cameron to the line for 2 shots.
Foul is called to number 15, Ricky Grace.
First substitution for the game as Lucas Agrams checks in. And we have a timeout called with the Wildcats going to the break, leading by 5.
Coke.
Coke.
Bottle.
It's cool.
Coke's cool bottle.
It's old/cool.
What's old? It's a classic.
But different.
It's different.
Bigger.
500 mil. It's perfectly symmetrical.
Seriously cool.
PET.
Unbreakable.
Conforms to your hand. This is it. It looks like my next girlfriend. A modern classic.
It's about the shape.
The shape.
Yeah, the shape.
The future.
Have a Coke.
In a bottle.
It's beautiful because most importantly, it holds the drink.
Hey, Ricky, check out the new chicken and treat from Chicken Treat. Now, when you get your favorite Hawaiian pack, we'll treat you to a can of Coke. And this fantastic Channel 10 Wildcat sipper for only $1. And when you got a Wildcat sipper, you just gotta be cool. Chicken Treat, I got the taste.
6:30 Saturday, a brand new lineup on 10.
Say you want to save $10,000.
Can you do it? The Kosh family did, and they'll show you how.
You could win the money jar.
So enjoy your money in July, followed by Behind the Wheel, 6:30 Saturday.
So Jason Cameron at the line to shoot 2 shots. Already shooting 100% from the field. Mind you, he has only taken 1 shot.
Well, one's enough if you've made it. But the Suns seem to have settled just a little bit more on the offensive end and have gained a little more composure, coming up with some better options than what they did that first couple of times down. But that's going to happen at the start of any game for either team. You need to get a look at what the other team's running defensively and settle yourself into a pattern.
It just appears both teams are testing the water at the moment, aren't they? Just coming down.
Yeah, feeling each other out, and the Wildcats very methodical about their offense here, looking for the good options, and Ricky Grace wide open for 3 is a very good option.
Well, it's certainly shaping up to be a good option tonight. Wildcats out to a 7-point lead. Cameron, back to Rucker. The ball doesn't stay out of Rucker's hands too long. Straight through the legs of Lucas Agrams. And all three referees are not too sure.
Which way? Which way?
Well, it went straight through the legs of Lucas Agrams, and it was passed by a Suns player. So the Wildcats hard done by on that call.
The referee's obviously not sure whether it clipped the Perth player on the way through, but from our angle you could see it was clearly a Perth ball. But we got a different look at it than even perhaps all three of the referees. The substitution there just then, Anthony Stewart taking a break, having made a very good start, and young Aaron Trahair, who we spoke about earlier, takes the floor.
And now that we've found the ball, we can get back to the basketball action. Martin Catalini into the game as well for the Perth Wildcats. And Adrian Hurley mentioned when he arrived on Thursday that he knows how his first five is going to play, but as Rucker knocks down a three, he's not too sure how his bench players are going to play, particularly being young guys. And he says usually if they play well, the Wildcats will win.
Well, you're going to have that situation for a while, and every team goes through those periods of transition. There's Scott Fisher knocking down the jump shot from the elbow. If you're going to develop a team and have a future, you need to go with the young players, and there's only one way to learn to play, and that's get out on the floor and do it.
Quick ball movement from the Suns. Rucker finding form with another three-pointer. Rims in and rims back out, and eventually into the arms of Andrew Blahov. The Wildcats are away again. Grace dishes out to Catalini. This is for three. Doesn't go. And Agrams just settles it down for the Suns.
Lucas Agram's been in fine form the last couple of weeks. There's something of a resurgence. With the opportunity to play, he's done very well for his club.
Tyson. Rucker decides to take it to the hoop and gets 2 points for his efforts. Derek Rucker, 22 plays 17.
Well, they're just talking about Luke Agrams. He just set a big screen on the top of the lane. It's Ricky Grace all the way with the assist. Catalini draws the foul. No travel call instead.
Oh, that's good officiating. Two called the foul, but one called the travel. And the travel did occur before the foul.
Well, probably what viewers at home may not understand, with the three referees on the floor, they don't watch the ball. Each referee has a decision to make, and you see there the feet was the problem for Catalini long before the foul call, and the referee covering that aspect of the game has picked the call up.
Well, you saw that as clean as...
Dickinson for three again.
Knocks down another one. Dickinson takes his tally up to 5.
Well, the
only a 2-pointer.
Sorry, the game taking a similar pattern now to last week's game against the Tigers. The Tigers got out early on the Suns, but once they settled, were able to get themselves back into the match. And it's now a 3-point ball game with Blahov going to the line there with the foul from Agrams.
Yeah, that happened twice, didn't it? The Tigers got away to 11-point lead over the Suns. They reeled them back in, and again in the third quarter, a 13-point lead. Suns reeled them back in. And the Tigers just couldn't put the nail in the coffin, and to the Suns' credit, they just kept coming back.
Well, I think, I spoke to Cameron Dickinson earlier tonight in an interview, and Cameron, said that while they're confident they can win the game, they need a few lucky breaks, and things have got to go their way. They realise that if you look down the list of names in the Wildcats, you've got to say to yourself you can't win. But the Suns have seemed to have turned things around, and can't win's not a word in their or words in their vocabulary anymore. So, yeah, a few lucky breaks, and I think they need to shoot very well. And that's what they did last week against the Tigers, is when it was needed, Rucker stepped up, Dickinson stepped up, and Tyson to a lesser extent inside. So that's what they need again tonight. The Wildcats, though, a tough outfit, can afford to make a few errors and get away with it with their rebounding capabilities.
Well, with still 3 minutes remaining, both sides are shooting very well from the field. The Suns at 58% and the Perth Wildcats at 62%.
Well, very similar situations there. Lucas Agrams just got picked up on a similar foul at the other end. Luke getting the ball there in the low post is powered towards the basket. Scott Fisher feeling that it was a charge foul, but perhaps still on the move there as the contact was made.
So Agrams to the line for his first shots tonight. They both sneak in, so it's back to a 3-point ball game. Wildcats lead. This is Trahere. Ball movement from the Wildcats. Trahere dishes out to Catalini for 3. So the Wildcats' outside shooting is hot at the moment.
Well, Martin Catalini had Lucas Agram's hands right in his face there. He's really done a great job to concentrate on the target and get such a sweet shot away.
So Rucker calls the offense for the Suns. Inside to Tyson. Relatively quiet so far, Clarence Tyson. That shot rejected on Kieran Mitchell-Hill, and the Perth Wildcats are away again. Trahere. Oh, looked like a clean block. But Jeff Weeks disagrees and calls the foul on Tyson.
Well, he's called the foul for a push, and I find that a little hard to believe. For me, it had to be a hands foul. What part of the body he pushed with, I don't know. But anyway, that's the call. Clarence Tyson will get the foul. Aaron Trahere will take the 2 free throws, and he'll be quite happy to have them.
The McDonald floor wipers get their moment of glory. Just cleaning up the sweat. And Trahere knocks down the first of 2.
Well, I tell you what, the quality of the shooting in this game, as you mentioned a moment ago, is good. The Suns at 54% from the field and the Wildcats 64%. Suns 60% from the three-point line compared to 50% for the Wildcats. That's quite outstanding.
8-point split to the Wildcats. Rucker. Shot clock down to 10. Dickinson for 3. And Perth is away again. This is Ricky Grace. Still with Grace. Great pass inside to Vlahov. Hands everywhere. Eventually the Wildcats retain possession. Trahere. Inside to Vlahov. Double team. And that foul is on Clarence Tyson. So Vlahov to the line for 2.
Once again, Andrew Vlahov. Line for 2 shots.
And Ricky Grace already creating problems for the Suns defence. If he's allowed to penetrate from outside and force the baseline defensive players to rotate to match up on him, it's going to be a long night because he's got too many targets in his front line.
Well, Vlahov misses them both. And the Suns have a chance to bridge this gap. They trail by 8. 1:40 left in this first term. Rucker gets around Grace. Draws the foul. And counts the 2 to get the bonus.
Ricky Grace, his second foul.
There's Derek Rucker making the penetration move. Little shot fake there, got Grace in the air. And look at that balance there, being able to hold himself after the contact and still make the jump shot. What a tremendous effort. Make that a 3-point play. You can put your house on that again this week, Ken.
I want to put your house on it.
Well, I'm going to pick one of the great shooters before I do something like that.
Oh, you wouldn't put it on Andrew Gaze, I mean.
Yes, I did. I said he'd make him.
Vlahov. Trahere with a long-range bomb, and it goes as well. 32 plays 24. The Perth Wildcats certainly have no shortage of outside shooters. And they're firing tonight. Inside to Tyson. Eventually, and Clarence Tyson opens his scoring account in the last minute of this first quarter. Inside to Vlahov. Strong play. 3 players converge on Vlahov. And a foul has been found to send Vlahov to the line.
Foul there was called on Lucas Agrams. That's his second. I think the Suns have got to be a little wary here. They're going in there after the shots and trying to block them. And if they're And you do that for the next 2 to 3 quarters, you're going to find some players in major foul problems going into the fourth. It may be worth their while just to contest rather than try to block, and perhaps live to fight this match out a little longer.
Vlahov has corrected his free throw shooting, missing the last 2. But he gets to earn a substitution and a rest with just over 50 seconds to go. So this could be the Suns' last possession for this quarter. Suns would be looking for a good shot option. The turnover again, so the Wildcats, will they make them play? Good work from Derek Rucker. He's not waiting for any of the players to get back. Mitchell Hill goes strong.
Good job, Kieran Mitchell.
Draws the 2 and the foul as well.
Well, I'll tell you something, Kieran Mitchell Hill earned that steal for Rucker also. If you'd noticed there, Ricky Grace in the open court looked like he was going to get the chance to run the ball, and Kieran stepped straight up, stopped his progress, and he's gone to kick the pass off immediately, and of course Rucker picked that up. And there's Rucker coming on the break, because Derek Rucker in the open court, he knows what to do with it. Finds Kieran Mitchell Hill, who fakes the defense out, makes a nice little power move on the opposite side, and he did make the extra to make it a 3-point play.
So it's back to 5 points the difference. Grace just winding the clock down. The Wildcats will use every single second. There's only about half a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Grace. Well, this could be a big play, forcing the error from Ricky Grace, and the Suns will have 4 seconds to get a shot away. So here's their last second play. Doesn't go, and it's a backcourt call on Ricky Grace, so they will now have 2.5 seconds to get a shot away, and the players are calling their last second play.
Well, it becomes a possibility now at this half of the court. One pass and you can get the shot up in that time.
Here it is, Dickinson.
Oh, it's close.
This is huge. Oh! Well, was that the last second play or what? It was very close. And the Wildcats go to the first break leading 34-29.
Here we go. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own.
Pal Meaty Bites at work with the 5 vital ingredients to keep any dog happier and healthier. 1. Calcium for strong teeth and bones. 2. Cereals for extra energy. 3. Polyunsaturates for a healthy glow in his coat. 4. Protein for strong bodies. 5. Vitamins for bright eyes. Pal Meaty Bites goes to work to build a healthier dog 5 ways.
If there was a milkier chocolate with no artificial sweeteners or colourings, and it came in portion-controlled fingers, you could give them a chocolatey treat now and then, couldn't you? Milky Way Children's Chocolate. Now there's a milkier way.
If you want one of the best swimming pools available, don't go past the award-winning fiberglass pools manufactured by Freedom Pools. No matter what your needs, you'll find it in the Freedom range. Large pools, small pools, Hawaiian pools, teardrop pools. Pools with and without spas are available in a range of colours. With over 20 designs, there is a pool to suit your budget. Freedom Pools are the right pool at the right price. For more information, call the experts or drop into a Freedom Display Centre.
Container loads of new stock has just arrived, and look at all these great bargains.
PE storage bags from $1 to $3. Long baskets from $5.95 to $29.95. Firelighters $1.95. Wheel covers $35. Sally's RP7 $2.95. Vinyl floor tiles $29.95 a pack. Foldable workbench don't pay up to $85. Our price $39. Cast iron swivel base bench price $24.95.
So come here to the beer service and save me the money. We're not fancy, but we cheap, eh?
Imagine.
How is anyone supposed to recognize a 3-year-old kidnapped 13 years ago?
Imagine if that 3-year-old...
Why are there no baby pictures of me?
The 3-year-old on the milk carton
You should have told me.
was you.
Someone is trying to track me down. I've got to find them.
NYPD Blues Sharon Lawrence and Oscar nominee Jill Clayburgh.
If I had one wish in this world, it would be that no parent would ever suffer a missing child.
The premiere of The Face on the Milk Carton, Sunday on 10.
And welcome back to the Garrison City as we get ready to commemorate VP 50. 9 days of activities in Townsville and throughout North Queensland. The basketball action is just one part of the VP commemorations. The Wildcats get first possession in the second quarter. Almost the alley-oop for Andrew Vlahov. Fisher gets two.
Fisher for two.
So the Suns still very much in this ball game. It's only 7 points in it. Rucker inside to Tyson. The give and go for Derek Rucker doesn't come off, and the Wildcats get possession. Grace. Still with Ricky Grace. This is Vlahov now.
The Suns have gone into their matchup zone as well here, hoping to try and force the Wildcats outside. Well, that's certainly not outside, but battling again on the boards there to gain possession. And Vlahov stepped in a big hole there and just cleans up an easy 2 points.
Well, the boards at the moment are 11-4. The Wildcats' way. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be a telling statistic tonight. This wall, as Adrian Hurley says, it's not tall, it's just big.
Well, you don't have to be exceptionally tall when you take up as much space as these guys do. And they're physically tough. They play the game that way. So you're going to know when you've been out there for the night with them, there's going to be some bumps and bruises by the time you finish. This is a tremendous clash we got going here tonight too, with Ricky Grace and Derek Rucker. You know, Rucker's out there 10 points at 67%, and Grace 7 points at 100% right now, and breaking down the Suns' defense on a fairly regular basis also.
Trahair. Oh, Jason Cameron up for the board there. Couldn't hold on to it though, so the Wildcats get another 30 seconds. Grace calls the play. Still with Grace. The reach behind. But it's a foot violation, so another 30-second reset for the Perth Wildcats.
Well, the Suns were looking to, I understand again from Cameron Dickinson, the Suns are looking to slow this game down tonight and play half court with the Wildcats, not allow them to get on the break. Here's Ricky Grace for an alley-oop this time. Rucker on the break.
Good work from Shane Froling. Great pass inside to Cameron Dickinson, and he caps it off with two.
Well, you can see the Suns themselves can run the floor with anybody in the league, but generally they like to play the game at a slower rate and execute offenses. Here's Dickinson with a great board.
Dickinson, the defensive rebound to send the Suns into their offense again. Tyson back outside to Dickinson. He'll shoot it from there. Doesn't go, and JC picks up the board. Well done from Shane Froling. Almost came off. Trahair for three. Oh, Crawford just gets up there, tips it in for two, and the Wildcats lead 40-31.
Well, what is he now, 35, and he's still got the hand 6 or 8 inches above the ring on a vertical leap.
Rucker. Cameron, he's got to shoot it. He does. Oh, rims in and comes straight back out into the awaiting arms of James Crawford. And the Wildcats are away through Grace. Finds Fisher lurking on the baseline. Fisher gets his own rebound, goes up strong again, gets the foul, And a bit of showmanship from Scott Fisher. And he'll go to the line for the bonus. And a timeout has been called. The Wildcats leading 42-31.
The Mitsubishi Grand Final Sale is now on. That means free on-road costs plus 2 years free scheduled service on Magna Sedan and Wagon. So, see your local participating dealer today and score a great deal on a new Mitsubishi.
Blue Planet. It's a powerful, evocative film about our Earth, with scenes filmed across deserts and vast oceans, and extensive footage shot from space by NASA astronauts. And when you see it on the larger-than-life, 180-degree domed Omni-theater screen, it'll change the way you feel about the world forever. Blue Planet, the film that's been 4 billion years in the making, exclusive to Omni-theater.
The Archie Martin Box 3-day sale. No interest for 6 months. No deposit, no payments for 6 months. On our huge range of electrical, furniture and bedding. That's right, no interest for 6 months. No deposit, no payments for 6 months at Archie Martin Box.
7 o'clock Saturday. It's sexy, it's quick, and it'll match your lipstick.
It's cute, isn't it?
Take a peek at Wayne Gardner's Mega Garage.
I had an apartment that was smaller than this.
And get the wind in your hair in Behind the Wheel following Your Money in July, Saturday on 10.
So you can see Fisher's statistics there at the moment. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And as we just mentioned off air there, Trevor, I mean, this field shooting percentage from the Wildcats is just in a stark contrast to the last time these two teams met in Week 10. They've got 3 players at 100% and another player at 67% for an overall team of 61%.
Well, I got the stats out of the figures that come through to us there just tonight before I came to the game, and their shooting from the field last time out was 37% at 28 from 76 shots. From the three-point line, they were 4 of 29 for 14%, and I'll tell you something, there's nothing like that tonight.
An ominous sign for the Suns. Tyson has been restricted to just 2 points. Make that 4 now. Got his first 2 points late in the first quarter. He's toiling hard inside there.
Substitution there for the Wildcats. Ricky Grace taking a break. Aaron Trahair will take over the role at point. And Clarence Tyson has 3 fouls already. But as we talked about earlier, the problems down inside there with them trying to contest and block shots. Clarence is going to have to play a fairly quiet hand down there now and be sure that he doesn't pick up any extra fouls.
Turnover by the Wildcats. Suns in possession. Rucker trying to run the floor. He gets it back, inside to Tyson. Sets the screen for Rucker. So the 2 Suns imports. Playing well, but just can't find the basket. Dickinson long on that shot, and Trahair is away for the Perth Wildcats. Outside to Stewart for 3. Doesn't go on that occasion, but JC is there to clean up for the Wildcats.
Well, you can see the match plan, the game plan there for the Wildcats, and I guess they play this way quite a lot. Sitting back in that zone, they can dominate the rebounds on their end, and they've got such great players in the open court in both Ricky Grace, Trahair, Stewart, and their big guys run the floor as well, which was evident there with JC picking up the board off that fast break.
Trolling for 2. Oh, well done, Jason Cameron. He was up there. Seemed like an eternity, and he got the foul and counted the basket as well.
Foul being called on number 21, Andrew Blumhoff, his second foul.
Well, Jason Cameron is coming along this season in leaps and bounds, isn't he? I know a lot of people say to me at times, what does he do out there? And I guess it takes probably a more experienced eye to realise where Jason's contributions come. And largely it's been on the defensive end, but I think he's, if he's prepared to go out and look to score, he's capable of doing a very good job on that end as well.
Well, he's up to 7 points at 67% from the field. This is Stewart. Inside to Vlahov, double teamed by the Suns. Trying not to give Andrew Vlahov too much room. And an error by Stewart. forces the turnover, and the Suns have possession.
Well, the Suns hanging in there, a 9-point deficit right now, 45-36, and if they go to half-time within 5 points in reach of about 5 points in this game, I think they'll be fairly satisfied.
The Wildcats haven't managed to blow it out just yet.
Well, you're talking about contrast. It was a blowout last year. Here was 131-91.
Shane Froling with the big rebound, gets the two.
Just doing a tremendous job inside. They're both Cameron and Froling contesting that rebound, and we have a timeout.
Timeout with the Wildcats leading 45-38.
7 points in favour.
Hey, Ricky, check out the new chicken and treat from Chicken Tree. Now, when you get your favorite Hawaiian pack, we'll treat you to a can of Coke. And this fantastic Channel 10 Wildcat sipper for only $1. And when you got a Wildcat sipper, you just gotta be cool.
Chicken treat, I got the taste.
Pal Meaty Bites at work with the 5 vital ingredients to keep any dog happier and healthier. 1. Calcium for strong teeth and bones. 2. Cereals for extra energy. 3. Polyunsaturates for a healthy glow in his coat. 4. Protein for strong bodies. 5. Vitamins for bright eyes. Pal Meaty Bites goes to work to build a healthier dog 5 ways.
A night on the town
Where are we going? Don't know yet. It's a surprise.
with the king of cool.
Will I be caught doing anything daggy?
The generation gap widens.
Where am I? Have a listen. Sounds good to me.
The fun just doesn't stop. 6 o'clock weeknights with Echo Point.
And welcome back as we see that play from Jason Cameron. 7-point ball game here. Wildcats in front. Just sending a special cheerio over to a few of the viewers in Western Australia, particularly the Lomax family in Bunbury. Just moving over there from Townsville. Hope they're enjoying the WA. Missing the sunshine in Queensland, no doubt. Back to the basketball as Martin Catalini gets 2 to take it out to a 9-point ball game. Froling. Good ball movement from the Suns, making the Wildcats zone work. But on that occasion, it's effective. Ricky Grace runs the floor well and gets 2 points.
Well, that's where the Suns really badly need to be able to contest those offensive boards a little better. It was a turnover that time, but they need to slow the Wildcats up and not allow Grace in the open court, or he's going to hurt them bad. Here's Mitchell Hill goes for the 3.
So it's out to 11 points. The Wildcats, can they make it 13? Oh, Clarence Tyson from nowhere. Oh, but Anthony Stewart, that's one way to make them pay.
And you better believe he was happy about it too. Little fist in the air and a point down to the baseline at Clarence. He said, you can't block this one, son.
So 52 plays 38. The Suns desperately need a basket to stay in touch. Rucker for 3. That's exactly what they needed.
Well, he's the man, the money man. 13 points in the game at 62% already, Derek Rucker.
The Wildcats settle it down. Good pass from Andrew Vlahov to find Grace on the baseline.
Well, nice little understanding there. It's a set play on most offenses. If you see a low post player move high on your side of the floor, that you'll look to backdoor. And just the understanding between Grace and Vlahov there comes from years of playing together.
Rucker for another 3. Well, he is finding range now. It's a 10-point ball game. Rucker up to 16 points at 67%.
I suggest don't go too far at half-time. We had some great...
Well, it's another sellout here tonight, and it's a sellout every game, as it has been ever since the Suns came into the league. But I was talking to Suns general manager Dennis Keefe outside the building earlier tonight. He used up 3 batteries on his mobile phone today answering calls from people looking to get into the game tonight. Next week's game against Canberra is absolutely sold out. And I understand the Western Reds, the rugby league team here in town this week to play the Cowboys, tried to get in tonight. He had to knock them back as well. This team here right now is getting just exceptional following.
Well, let's hope they don't take it out on the Cowboys tomorrow.
Well, the Cowboys tried to get in too, and they couldn't do it.
Catalini, long on that shot. But the Wildcats, they're chasing everything at the moment. And they're coming up with 2 or 3 possessions on each play.
Well, it's 22 boards to 7 at the moment, and 10 of those are offensive for the Wildcats. That's giving them a lot of second opportunities.
Not this time, though. Tyson drags down the board and gives it to Rucker. Rucker needs some helpers, though. He's up to 16 points. A few of the other Suns players have to step up. Here he goes again. This is a huge 3. Doesn't go on that occasion. And Grace, the smallest man on the court, gets the rebound and runs the floor to find Fisher, and he drops it in for 2.
Is Ricky Grace still creating problems as he always does week in and week out with those little penetration moves through the top of the keyway there. When he gets down inside, he's got Vlahoff, Fisher and Crawford or a Catalini as it is on the floor right now to choose from with the passes, and there's something if the Suns can't stop that penetration, they're going to have major problems throughout the game.
Foul called on Scott Fisher. He agrees with the call.
I don't think so. I guess he's probably saying to the referee, how come you didn't catch me before that? I know I did it.
And we have a timeout called. The Wildcats leading 56-44.
The Mitsubishi Grand Final Sale is now on. That means free on-road costs plus 2 years free scheduled service on Magna Sedan and Wagon. So, see your local participating dealer today and score a great deal on a new Mitsubishi.
But last night, you said...
Last night, we said a lot of things.
But what about us?
We'll always have Vienna. No one can take that away. It's better this way. You'll see.
McDonald's Triple Cheeseburger. 3 all-beef patties, 3 delicious slices of cheese.
I love you, darling. I love you forever.
It's about as cheesy as you can get. Now, we all know rice is low in fat, has no salt, no artificial additives, and absolutely no cholesterol. But it is packed with carbohydrates. And we all need carbohydrates. Why, I hear you ask? To supply our bodies with energy. Yes, energy. From rice. Grown in Australia by Sunrise.
7 o'clock Saturday. It's sexy, it's quick, and it'll match your lipstick.
It's cute, isn't it?
Take a peek at Wayne Gardner's Mega Garage.
I had an apartment that was smaller than this.
And get the wind in your hair in Behind the Wheel following Your Money in July, Saturday on 10.
And welcome back to the action as we see Rucker knocking down a long-range bomb.
Well, Derek Rucker has been absolutely inspirational for this team in mid-season. Took a little while to settle in there at the start. The first few games probably tried a little too hard at times to win ball games on his own, and he's really found his rhythm now and seems to be able to know when to go with it. Speak of the devil. And just picking the right times to take the shots and shooting a very high percentage, 64% right now.
18 points. Trying to persuade referee Mike Reese to call it the other way.
Well, you can always try. You might win one of those.
Reese having nothing of it. Wildcats in possession. Almost the steal from Rucker. Grace for 3. And we have a call on the rebound. It's on Martin Catalini. And he's got a bit to say as well, the referee Bob Vink.
Well, Luke Agram's had inside position right there from the time Ricky Grace was getting set to release that shot, and Catalini is giving him one big healthy heave in the back trying to make some space. Now, he got caught. That's all there was to it. The Suns have brought Glenn Stump into the game here too, a sharpshooter from the CBA last year. Glenn has not played a lot. Luke Agram's just missing that one, but Glenn could give them another outside option against that zone if he gets on target.
JC goes strong to the hoop. Given plenty of attention from the Suns defence. Agrams got a bit of the ball, but a body was in there as well. So he's been pinned for the foul. And Catalini to the line for 2.
Second foul. Another Powerade timeout's been called. The score 56-46.
We've got another timeout called. The Wildcats leading by 10.
Well, Lucas Agrams there picking up his second foul, and it's going to be Luke's job tonight to get down inside and do the tough stuff, put the body on the line, and box out, like we saw in that previous situation where Catalini picked up the foul. So I guess it's 1-for-1 with those two guys right now. But yeah, Luke's got to try and keep those big players away from the boards and perhaps leave some of the rebounds for Tyson. But he's doing a pretty decent job down there.
Keep looking, we're trying to reduce the number of possessions.
I want to get away, no one's starting here. And I want to really need you to away because he's doing a lot of celebrations now, we should be very proud.
Derek's playing pretty well. We can widen it out, move it around, and then make sure you keep moving. Keep moving people around, keep hitting on screens.
1, 2, 3! Come on! We haven't done this for a while. And we have better done it, man. Come on, come on, come on! Come on, big box!
We're just trying to pick up on what Mark Bragg is saying there in the timeout, and of course some of the noise in the building here sometimes makes it hard. But the bulk of what he was saying there was he wants his team to run what he called wide motion, as in spread it out around the floor offensively. Make sure you keep the ball on the move, and when you've released your pass, don't stand still and look at the ball. If you stand still, it allows the defense to double team and on the ball and make it difficult in particular for Rucker. And I think his comment there was that Rucker's shooting well. If we keep on the move and go look for him later in the offense, he's probably going to knock the shot down.
It's a 10-point ball game. Looking at the rebounds there, 25-8. I mean, it's not bad from the Suns' point of view to stick in there. I mean, 10 points is nothing in a basketball game.
Well, it certainly is, and you've probably got to look deeper into the stats to try and work out how you can be in the game. I mean, they're both shooting high percentages, but the Wildcats have 7 turnovers to the Suns 3, so there's 3 possessions. The Suns have made 13 assists compared to 8 with the Wildcats. That's not a criticism of the Wildcats, but the Suns have executed well on offense, which has enabled them to score well and perhaps not need quite so many offensive boards.
It's a 12-point ball game at the moment. Dickinson, 10-second warning buzzer's gone. Time running out for the Suns. They're looking for their shooters. This is one, Dickinson. Not on that occasion, but they do get another possession through Glenn Stump. And he flicks it out to Derek Rucker, who again calls the play. So they're just being patient in offense. They need to find a basket. Rucker, an isolation play. Agrams does well again. So they have another opportunity.
See the team in motion. We've got players moving continuously, stepping to the holes. Glenn Stump looking for the penetration move, finds Dickinson.
Not on that occasion. So they had 3 cracks at it, but it just didn't want to go down. So the Wildcats now with probably their last possession for the game. Vlahov backs in and goes to work, but Tyson, toiling hard at both ends of the floor, gets the board. Good pass from Rucker to find Dickinson. And it didn't look pretty, but it did go down eventually.
Well, it was pretty tough down underneath there to find a way to get that up. I'm surprised he got it away without it being blocked, so he's done a great job to finish off that play. There's Rucker out on Grace again. Clock running down with 9 seconds left in the quarter.
Grace just weaving through, but it'll be a Perth possession with 4.8 seconds left in this quarter. Vlahov, well, that's a big play. And just to stretch it out again to a 12-point lead for the Perth Wildcats. So at half-time, Perth holding the advantage over the Suns, 60-48.
The Mitsubishi Grand Final sale, whoa, it's now on. That means, whoa, free air conditioning on 7-seater Nimbus. Oh, and whoa, great deals on Lancer. But best of all, Magna goes for the whole Grand Slam with free on-road costs plus 2 years free scheduled service on sedan and wagon. So, see your local participating dealer today and score a great deal on a new Mitsubishi.
Oh, my crikey, he's broken out of the pack, and that's a good early move. He's got his entry filled out. Now he's in the running to win a VIP trip before to the AFL Grand Final just by drinking Coca-Cola. Oh, what a screamer! He's now in with a chance to score one of 2,500 free footballs. Oh, what skill! A top drop punt. This should be the winner. Yes! Oh, a beauty! What a score!
Hey, Ricky, check out the new chicken and treat from Chicken Treat. Now, when you get your favorite Hawaiian pack, we'll treat you to a can of Coke. And this fantastic Channel 10 Wildcat sipper for only $1. And when you got a Wildcat sipper, you just gotta be cool.
Chicken treat, I got the taste.
The Archie Martin Box 3-day sale. No interest for 6 months. No deposit, no payments for 6 months. On our huge range of electrical, furniture and bedding. That's right, no interest for 6 months. No deposit, no payments for 6 months at Archie Martin Box.
If there was a milkier chocolate with no artificial sweeteners or colourings, and it came in portion-controlled fingers, you could give them a chocolatey treat now and then, couldn't you? Milky Way Children's Chocolate. Now there's a milkier way.
The accused is charged with willfully neglecting to worm her pets. This suffering could have been prevented by treating her pets once every 3 months with Bayo Pet Drontal.
It's a crime not to use it.
Be careful who you talk to.
You trying to tell me you did it?
Lock all your doors.
It looks like the campus rapist may be stalking you.
Don't go out alone.
You look ravishing.
Beware of strangers.
Bandana.
Everyone's a suspect.
I know, rape Melody.
Anyone can be next.
The rapist could still be on the campus.
What dark secrets lurk behind a smile?
I don't know what I ever saw in you in the first place.
At the hottest zip code in town, all will be revealed.
The best thing for me is to slink out the back door and not come back.
90210, 7:30 Sunday on 10.
The NBL Mitsubishi Challenge. Proudly presented by Always Coca-Cola. Chicken Treat. Respect yourself. And McDonald's, where it's Mac time all the time.
And welcome back to the Townsville Breakwater Entertainment Centre. Third quarter action about to get underway. Let's have a quick look at the half-time match statistics, Trevor. And, well, there's two telling statistics there, isn't there? The three-point percentage and the rebounds.
Well, that's phenomenal. That 27 rebounds to 11. I'm surprised the Suns are still in the game and only 12 points behind when you look at that as a stat. And the Wildcats at 50% from the three-point line is a huge improvement on their last clash. And I'm sure they would have worked on that during the course of their lead-up to this game. The fact that they struggled against the Suns zone, and they've done their homework in putting those shots away.
Okay, well, the Wildcats leading by 12. The top scorers, Ricky Grace and Scotty Fisher with 11, and Andrew Vlahov has 10 for the Suns. Derek Rucker at 18 and shooting at 58% from the field. Cameron Dickinson with 9, and Jason Cameron shooting 67% from the field with 7 points. So the Suns down by 12. It's going to take a big effort, particularly in this third quarter, to try and bounce back from this. Perth Wildcats at the moment are just playing too good, Trevor.
Well, they're playing a very tough, smart brand of basketball. They're not looking to do anything flash. Stewart opens up with the first attempt. There's Fisher inside for the easy stick back for 2. And yeah, that's precisely what the Suns need to stop. They couldn't afford to have that easy basket first up. They need to string together a few stops, run a few points together to try and close the gap a little bit. If the Wildcats get this out anywhere between 15 and 20, I don't think the Suns can run them down. Dickinson inside to Froling. He finds Tyson.
And Tyson gets his first two for the third quarter. So Tyson has really been restricted tonight. He's scored 2 points in every quarter so far to have 6 points.
Well, the Wildcats can target Clarence Tyson down inside. They've got such a big lineup of their own. There's Vlahoff nailing 3, and he had 35 points last week against the Kings in their overtime win by 2. You got a big man there that can play on the low post, the high post, and shoots the threes. It's pretty difficult to find a way to match up with him.
Well, Vlahoff has just been exceptional in the last couple of weeks. No one has been able to stop him. And Tyson, well, he thought he was going to get another 2, but the travel occurred first.
Well, we were talking just during the half-time break there, Ken, and you were saying that, the Wildcats have won the last 4 in a row. If they get this one tonight, it's 5. They really should win against the Gold Coast tomorrow. That makes 6. They seem to be finding the right form at the right end of the season, and I think they're currently in 3rd place on the ladder. To get some home court advantage in that first round in the playoffs, it's a big plus for them if they can keep that high spot.
Well, depending on how the results go this week, I mean, they could jump to first spot. And on transition, Cameron Dickinson gets a much-needed 2 for the Townsville Power Suns. 65 plays 52.
Well, I don't think we should write the Suns off just yet. They've pulled off some miracles in recent games, and they seem to have found a way to win basketball games in those last seven matches. And boy, winning can become as much a habit as losing can.
Good work from Jason Cameron, putting pressure on the inbound pass. Rucker is going to spot up for 2, but wisely brought it back out to set up the offense for the Suns.
There's an interesting matchup. James Crawford on Derek Rucker. Come about because he picked him up on transition.
Oh, Clarence Tyson. Usually easy money for him, but just nothing going right at the moment. And another turnover by the Wildcats.
Well, Clarence doing it tough down in there tonight, and I think he's a little bit spooked under there at times. He's a little concerned that if he does get a shot up, that someone's going to come at it and block it. And sometimes that big lineup could be your worst nightmare, but boy, Clarence plays some great basketball, and everyone's going to have an off night somewhere, but I'm sure he'll pull his act together before we're done.
And foul has been called. So it'll be a Suns possession. And just looking at the turnovers there, the Wildcats with 10 compared to the Suns 5. So that is, of course, is keeping the Suns in the game as well.
And that other figure of 15 assists. That's Ricky Grace, seems to have hurt an ankle there.
Trying to run it out, Dickinson. A big 3-pointer from Cameron Dickinson. He's up to 14 points.
Well, Ricky Grace out of the defensive lineup there allowed Dickinson a big look at that. There's been a substitution called straight away. Aaron Trujillo will come in and replace Grace while their trainer takes a quick look at him.
And a timeout has been called as well, as there's concern for Ricky Grace and his ankle, and the Wildcats leading by 10 at this stage.
Oh, my crikey, he's broken out of the pack. Now, that's a good early move. He's got his entry filled out. Now he's in the running to win a VIP trip before to the AFL Grand Final just by drinking Coca-Cola. What a screamer! He's now in with a chance to score one of 2,500 free footballs. Oh, what skill! A top drop punt. This should be the winner. Yes! Oh, a beauty! What a score!
If there was a milkier chocolate with no artificial sweeteners or colourings, and it came in portion-controlled fingers, you could give them a chocolatey treat now and then, couldn't you? Milky Way Children's Chocolate. Now there's a milkier way.
She was 16 when she found a picture where she least expected it.
Why are there no baby pictures of me?
Now she must choose between the family she loves and the family she never knew. The premiere of The Face on the Milk Carton, Sunday on 10.
With the risks involved in starting a small business, it's important to protect yourself. Think twice before signing any personal guarantee and never let your debts get beyond a manageable level. Take out some insurances such as disability insurance, which will pay you an income if you can't work, and life insurance, which will pay back your debts if you're no longer around. All these things could let you or your family survive if the business ever went wrong.
And welcome back as we watch a shot from our cameraman we've dubbed Larry the Legend. He just keeps coming up with those shots. Vlahov knocking down a 3.
He's shaking his head down the baseline down there, but we'll make a star out of him just yet.
Stewart. Wildcats with a 10-point buffer. Suns zone defense, working overtime, trying to stop the Wildcats. And they do on that occasion, but Aaron Trahere is there to regain possession. Fisher, strong to the hoop. Tyson, equal to the task and gets the rebound as Dickinson flicks it to Rucker. This is for 3, right it all the way, and it goes down. The Suns are coming back.
The Suns will be looking to generate some momentum here because things have to go their way. If they can get on a roll, they just could close this gap to within reach.
Vlahov. Stewart for 3. Rucker got a piece of that, and he's been pinned for the foul. Substitution as James Crawford goes to the bench for a break. There's not much doubt about that foul.
No question whatsoever. Derek Rucker deciding there that Scott Fisher was going to have to earn those 2 points from the line rather than give up an inside play. Rucker has only 1 foul, so it's not a problem for him right now, and it's only the first foul of the quarter for the Suns, so it's not mounting in as far as team fouls are concerned either.
Ricky Grace just getting attention on that ankle. It looks like he will be back. And Fisher shooting 100% from the charity stripe. 67 plays 58. Another 3-pointer here from Dickinson would be handy. Tyson does well again.
Dickinson just making the smart option there, was tempted to take the shot but realising that it was a little too quick, giving the Suns another opportunity to reset their offence.
Tyson. A no-no pass, and Vlahov will make them pay. Well, first rule in basketball, never pass across the keyway, is it?
Well, you really need to have a good look at the defence and know where the players are to decide whether you can get that pass there. If you make it quickly without a good look, that's exactly what will happen to you.
Well, that's been called on Andrew Vlahov, and that is his 3rd personal foul.
We have a couple of players on 3 fouls there. Vlahov's one of them. Scott Fisher has 3 also. We have 2 from the Suns in Shane Froling and Clarence Tyson. So it's been a pretty physical clash down there. All of those players, of course, playing in the keyway.
Tyson tips it in for 2.
The Rucker able to break down the defence there, Ken, and just making them rotate a little bit gave Tyson the opportunity to get inside for that tip-in.
So it's a 9-point split to the Wildcats. Suns haven't given up yet. Catalini for 2. Tyson, the board, and the Suns are away. This is Jason Cameron. Looking for options. Finds Rucker. Rucker takes it to the hoop, and a little lay-in for 2. Thank you very much. 69-62.
Well, closing that gap to 7. We said a little while ago if the Wildcats had broken this out to 15 or 20, they'd be very hard to catch. The Suns have made some defensive stops and been able to convert at the other end. But the Wildcats still looking fairly cool. But having said that, we've got a turnover. And another one back.
Another one. Stewart just got a hand to that. And that is one way to just break your back, isn't it? You force the turnover and then Stewart knocks it down for 3.
Well, that's the lucky breaks they were talking about they needed. And Anthony Stewart taking his opportunity right there. And, of course, when he picked it off, he had so much time to line up that three. And he's a fine shooter.
Rucker getting close attention from Aaron Trahair. Shot clock's down to 9 seconds. It's still with Rucker. He's triple teamed. Tyson goes up strong. He'll get this. Tyson up to 8 points. We've got a stoppage. A timeout has been called. The Wildcats leading 72-64.
And of course, the three-quarter time for getting ready. Here we go. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own.
Only at ITP, the 3-day turbo refund. ITP will advance you an amount equal to your tax refund within 3 working days. The 3-day turbo refund, only at ITP.
For really unbeatable dishwashing, Finish also comes in a liquid. It dissolves instantly with a powerful clean that also cares. Finish guarantees you spotless results every time. Unbeatable Finish.
Here we go. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own.
Drowning in a sea of love.
Everything I touch turns to crap.
CJ under pressure.
You're still in love with him, aren't you?
And the heat on man.
Look me in the eye when you say that.
Desperate men.
Found the wreck.
Chasing a cargo they'll kill for.
We were kidnapped by some drug smugglers.
And a child without hope.
Chemotherapy makes me sick sometimes.
In need of a lifeline.
I have a feeling something good's gonna happen.
It's a mercy mission.
Yeah, seems like old times, doesn't it?
In a hot new episode.
Sounds like fun.
6:30 Sunday on Baywatch.
And welcome back. Well, we'll use any sort of tactic to try and have a hometown win. The Croc running around offering $500 to anyone. That's just about more than all 3 referees get paid. I'd take it.
The old Croc. He's got all the tricks, and he's a very creative individual, the Crocodile. If you're coming to town, whatever your team name is or something, he'll come up with some sort of angle on that.
So we've got a basketball game here, 72-64. Grace. Vlahov turns and shoots for 2, and he connects. Andrew Vlahov up to 17 points at 75%.
Well, that's pretty impressive numbers, and throw in there 5 rebounds. He's having a pretty good night.
Oh, nice pass inside. Not quite effective, but that is. And he's down for the count. Jason Cameron went down with a thud, and he will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Well, the problem there is if you have the ball in 2 hands and you're moving with the ball, but Vlahov has released his left hand off the ball and swung the left hand elbow back, and as far as the referees are concerned, with the look they got at it, it certainly looked like a shot at Jason Cameron. But Jason Cameron was pretty quick. Got out of the way pretty smartly.
Well, Vlahov's not happy about it. Let's see if Jason Cameron can add insult to injury, which he does.
Well, I don't think Vlahov said about hitting Cameron there. It was just, it was in traffic. Cameron had come in after the ball, and he's just reacted and tried to clear some space. But whatever it was, it certainly didn't look pretty.
Well, this could be a 5-point play for the Suns if they connect on a 3-pointer here. 74-66. A smart option here. Why not? Cameron for 3. Doesn't go. JC's there for the rebound. And that is rebound number 9 for James Crawford. Rebound 4,000 for his career.
That's an awful lot of times to leap off the floor, isn't it? 4,000 rebounds in a career. That's just an impressive number.
So congratulations to James Crawford getting that milestone. And Glenn Stump into the game for Jason Cameron.
The previous rebound by James Crawford takes his tally to 4,000 rebounds for the NBL. James Crawford, number 7.
This is Fisher. Crawford doing it at both ends of the floor. Fisher just knocks it back in for 2.
The Wildcats holding their 10-point break in this match. The Suns won't go away, but they're not able to bridge that gap at this point in time. They're really going to need to have something happen for them. Wildcats just going about this in a very workmanlike manner.
Crowley. Dickinson on the 10-second warning buzzer. Rucker. That's a 3-pointer. Up to 26, Derek Rucker. Trahere. The crowd now getting involved here at the Furnace. Grace for 3. Crawford is there, but he's been pushed in the back. And he's asking whether it was a shooting foul as well. Not on this occasion, though. The Perth Wildcats will take possession from the baseline.
Shane Froling there has picked up foul number 5, and that is a problem for the Suns. Substitution has been called straight away. Froling goes to the bench, and Lucas Agrams comes in to replace him.
So the Suns looking for a defensive stop. Trahere for 3. Oh, and that hurts.
Well, the Suns really have to stay in the zone. Matching up man-to-man is going to give them even more problems if you allow the Wildcats to get into setting picks and cuts in a man-to-man situation with those big guys and Ricky Grace with his penetration. The three-point shooting right now is burning them.
Dickinson out to Rucker. This is for 3.
Rucker is having a huge night.
On fire, 61%. He's 55% from beyond the 3-point arc for 29 points. Well, if another Suns player could step up, they could stay in this game. We've got a foul called.
The foul has been called on Cameron Dickinson. That's his second foul.
Well, Dickinson picked up that foul. It'll be a baseline ball.
It's a 7-point ball game. James Crawford. Catalini gets it inside. Agrams gets a piece of it. Shot clock down to 25 seconds, so plenty of time left for the Wildcats. Almost the steal from Dickinson. Fisher finds Catalini, and he jams it for 2.
Well, the movement inside there of Fisher, Crawford and Catalini at the moment, running the angles from the elbows to the baseline is just creating immense problems with the matchups. You're having some of the smaller forwards. A good pass there from Rucker to Agrams.
Agrams goes strong to the hoop. Can't make it count. So the Wildcats get another possession.
As I was saying, it's forcing the likes of Dickinson and Glenn Stump to come down inside the lane and try and compete with these people on the rotations defensively, and that's just not their natural game.
Referee Mike Reese just calls referee time. Just a bit concerned about a bit of sweat on the floor.
The Crocodile's gone over to give them a hand there too with his seeing eye dog. I don't know if he's suggesting something about the referee's ability.
Oh, it's a shocking seeing eye dog too, isn't it?
Well, it's a little bit better looking than the Croc, I guess.
Not pretty. Stump. He can shoot the threes. Gets it inside to Agrams. Well, he's got to have that shot. The Wildcats defense not coming out to him. Didn't go on that occasion, though. Fisher. Double team. Trahere. Outside to Catalini. And the smallest man on the floor gets the board. 81 plays 72. Stump. Inside to Tyson. Backs in on Fisher. Flicks it out to Dickinson for 2. Well, nothing's going the right of the Suns at the moment. Catalini finds a bit of room. After a couple of seconds, eventually gets 2 points.
And Mark Bragg looking for some solutions there for the Suns, but I don't think there is a solution for the difference in manpower on the two teams. You simply go out there and you play as hard as you can. Glenn Stump takes a look at it. Boy, that was halfway down.
Well, he's got to put them up, doesn't he? He can shoot them.
Well, that's what he's out there for. I mean, Rucker is a target, is your key player outside. Dickinson is your secondary man as far as the outside shooting is concerned. They've both been marked fairly closely, even though Derek's having still yet another good night. If Glenn can knock a couple of those down, it might take a little more pressure off those two players and maybe find them a touch more space.
83-74. Stump putting a bit of pressure on Ricky Grace. Gets out to Trahere. It's only for 2. But it will do as we wind down for three-quarter time. 1 second left on the clock. So at three-quarter time, the Wildcats hold a fairly handy lead, 85-74.
The Mitsubishi Grand Final Sale, whoa, it's now on. That means, whoa, free air conditioning on 7-seater Nimbus. Oh, and whoa, great deals on Lancer. Ooh, but best of all, Magna goes for the whole Grand Slam with free on-road costs plus 2 years free scheduled service on sedan and wagon. So, see your local participating dealer today and score a great deal on a new Mitsubishi.
Pure, gentle Vaseline for the small irritations in life.
Yesterday's computer. Today's computer. Yesterday's mobile. Today's mobile. Yesterday's music. Today's music. And today's directory. All businesses listed, all in one compact book. Big colour pages. All the numbers you want in a size that's easier to handle. Next time, think big. It's quicker.
Monday.
1, 2, 3.
A terrible tragedy has wiped out the entire royal family.
I do believe we found an heir.
Well, all but one. Roseanne's John Goodman is the new King of England. So now he's bringing his own special kind of lunacy to the throne. And rocking the palace like never before.
Golly, Miss Molly.
John Goodman, Peter O'Toole, John Hurt in the sparkling comedy King Ralph, 8:30 Monday on 10.
And welcome back as we prepare for the final quarter of this basketball game between the Wildcats and the Townsville Suns. Look at those noses. Oh my goodness.
I guess the Perth viewers are wondering what that's about, but that's taking a shot at our courtside man, Steve Price, who is known for the size of his nose, local DJ. He puts a lot of stuff on people around the building in the course of an evening. These people are getting square.
Just been given a score from one of the other games tonight. Illawarra has scored a win over the Brisbane Bullets, 101-99.
Well, every year, Illawarra, they keep telling Illawarra they're not supposed to be able to do these things, but they don't care. They just get the job done.
We've got to credit Alan Black. I mean, he must be just a super coach to get those players to play the way they are. He's not doing his chances of getting the Sydney job any harm either.
No, that's for sure.
This is Grace. Oh, finds JC in there, but he loses that one. Dickinson is away. It's a 2-on-2 situation, but Dickinson takes it all the way to the hoop and draws the foul on Anthony Stewart.
Cameron Dickinson doing a good job there of drawing the foul. Anthony Stewart never had position. As soon as Dickinson realised he was halfway past, he just put his head down and gone hard to the basket.
And Dickinson knocks them both down to take his personal tally to 16 points tonight. 85-76. Oh, yes. Great block from Jason Cameron, forcing the travel on Martin Cannellini, and boy, did he get up.
Oh, that's a huge play. I mean, the Suns need something to happen for them to get into this game. If this goes down, it could be the turning point, but it doesn't. James Crawford with rebound number 4,003, I think, by now.
Well, they needed a basket there, the Suns, just to keep in touch. Cannellini, uncontested rebound. But that will be a Suns possession, so they have another chance. They're not out of this game.
Well, they've made a couple of defensive stops. You need to convert on that. The same thing applies for the Wildcats, of course. They can shut the Suns down, make another couple of baskets, they can blow this game out.
The Suns searching for a basket. Rucker, 10-second warning buzzer's gone. Time running out. He penetrates, flicks it outside to Cameron. That's short. And that's a Perth possession. Came off Clarence Tyson. Well, they've had two opportunities and just haven't been able to convert.
Well, we've had 4 trips up and down the floor without either team scoring at this point, so no one is stepping up to take a real hold on it. Ricky Grace will, with a 3.
Grace, 14 points. Mitchell Hill, he can shoot the threes as well, but that one's long. And James Crawford, good position again to pull down the defensive board. Stewart for 3, rims in, comes back out, and Cannellini again called for the travel.
Substitution called out of our Suns.
We have a substitution there for the Suns. Glenn Stump coming back in for Kieran Mitchell-Hill. Kieran Mitchell-Hill just off target on those shots, and the Suns really need someone out there to knock a couple down. I was just looking down that list of scorers there for the Wildcats. You've got Trahair, Grace, Blahoff, Stewart and Fisher all in double figures tonight, and they've all been averaging double figures all season long. And for a team that's looking to win a championship, that is ideally what you want.
Rucker gets it inside to Cameron. He flicks it back out to Dickinson for 3. Oh, he hasn't got the hot hand at the moment, Cameron Dickinson. In fact, no one from the Suns has at the moment. Fisher doesn't get 2. Jason Cameron again with another rebound. And the foul has been called on Anthony Stewart, just reaching in, and that will be his second personal.
Well, we're up to 6 trips down the floor without a basket from either team, so what we're looking at right now is not real pretty. There's still 9 minutes left in this quarter and a 12-point ball game. It's a possibility for the Suns. Therefore, the Wildcats have to make sure that they do the job and get it done. Another foul called in back play. It's been called on James Crawford. Holding Glenn Stump on a cut through the back of the keyway. Jeff Weeks on the baseline, referee's position, picked him up.
Well, Dickinson eventually gets a 3-pointer. And the steal as well. Dickinson goes strong to the hoop, doesn't get the call. And Perth come down the other end of the floor and get 2 points through Scotty Fisher.
Perth just seemed to have that answer each time the Suns looked like making some sort of a break. While the Perth haven't executed as well as perhaps they could have this quarter, there's Tyson with a big left-handed side. The Perth just seemed to be able to find that way to take that break back out to 10.
Substitution, Aaron Trahair coming into the game for Anthony Stewart.
Adrian Hurley's done a pretty good job of rotating those three guards tonight. Grace was even given a rest aside from the time he went off the floor with the injured ankle. And it must give those three players an opportunity to be in good shape right throughout the game, which in turn would help their shooting.
Fisher inside, gets the foul and the basket as well. And the Wildcats are pumped up.
Well, Scott Fisher was very, very low in the keyway there, then getting down almost near the baseline before he made that cut. It makes it difficult for the baseline defensive player to have vision in that area. He's lurking around the back, and the moment he could see that the players defensively underneath had turned their heads towards the ball, he had it.
'93 plays 81. Really hasn't been any greater margin than about 12 points. And referee Jeff Weeks agreeing that he just made a bit of an error and corrected it.
I'll give him 10 out of 10 for that. I'd like to see a referee do that sort of thing and step up and admit to an error like that and correct it. Good job, Jeff Weeks.
That'd be the first time you'd say good job to a referee, wouldn't you?
Oh, sometimes. Particularly if they're giving me the calls.
Well, the call going the way of the Suns on that occasion. And Jason Cameron lines up for two shots. Four of 6 from the charity stripe for Jason Cameron. Make that 5 of 7. '93-82. We have a stoppage. Change of ball. No, just wipe a bit of sweat off that ball. Rucker on Grace. Fisher goes baseline on Cameron. He does well to stop him. Time running out for the Wildcats. Oh, sensational pass, Aaron Trahair, to get Scotty Fisher for another 2 points.
Just great timing and good vision there from Trahair. Scotty Fisher making the cut, Trahair picking him up beautifully.
Dickens spots up for just 2. Just had his foot on the line. So we still have an 11-point ball game.
As Martin Catalini comes in for James Crawford. Another luxury that Adrian Hurley has as a coach, having a player like Catalini to come off the bench to play those inside role and rest his front line.
Trahair. Crowd chanting no way. So far so good. It's down to 4 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, almost drops for Ricky Grace. And this is Rucker for the Suns. He props and shoots for 2 and knocks it down. 95-86. Suns on their way back again.
Derek Rucker there picks up his second foul, reaching from behind. That's also only the second foul for the Suns so far in the quarter. So as yet we don't have a shooting foul situation for the Suns, but the Wildcats have 4, so every time the Suns are fouled from here on in, they will get the opportunity to go to the line.
Another defensive stop here would be handy for the Suns. There's almost. Oh, Catalini lurking on the baseline. And he gets 2 points and the foul.
Well, Clarence
That's
Tyson.
on Clarence Tyson.
Picking up foul number 4. And I think he did get a good piece of the arm down there.
And timeout called by Coach Mark Bragg. Wants to have a chat to his guys. They're trailing 97-86.
Here we go. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own.
Brush with a specially shaped diamond head from Colgate, and your teeth will always pass the tongue test. Front, back, all over. The diamond head from Colgate, for a clean you can really feel.
My hair is flat and lifeless. I'd love to have more air in my hair.
Let's listen again.
I'd love to have more air in my hair.
It may sound funny to you, but it led us at Sunsilk to develop Sunsilk Body Maximizer shampoo and conditioner with an amino concentrate to energize hair and increase its volume. Sunsilk's Body Maximizer will make a measurable improvement for beautiful hair full of volume and life. New Sunsilk Body Maximizer. It'll make a difference you will see.
Brush with a specially shaped diamond head from Colgate, and your teeth will always pass the tongue test. Front, back, all over. The diamond head from Colgate, for a clean you can really feel.
Be careful who you talk to.
You trying to tell me you did it?
Lock all your doors.
It looks like the campus rapist may be stalking you.
Don't go out alone.
You look ravishing.
Beware of strangers.
Bandana.
Everyone's a suspect.
I know how to rape Melody.
90210 Sunday on 10.
And welcome back as Catalini lines up for the bonus. Suns have a chance to bridge this gap. 97-86. Three-pointer would be handy. Rucker. Dickinson. That's an offensive call.
Now, Ricky Brace was pretty quick there on that play. He did have good position. And as we understand it from the referees earlier this year and last year, that if you to get the charge foul, you need to be able to get the player square on the chest. And Grace did a pretty good job on that occasion.
Just under 6 minutes to go in this basketball game. Wildcats with a handy lead. Suns still in that zone. It's forced a few turnovers from the Wildcats on a couple of occasions, but they just haven't been able to convert. And Catalini again with the tip in. Well, he's been the danger man. He's up to 15 points in fact, Martin Catalini.
We'll take a look at that rebound stat today. The Suns at 22 rebounds for the match. The Wildcats at 43. Dickinson with a big three again.
Plenty of height in that shot from Cameron Dickinson. Suns refuse to lie down. They need a turnover. There's one. Good play from Derek Rucker. And he gets 2 points to steal from Rucker on Andrew Vlahov.
Well, that rebound stat has really been the deciding factor in the game tonight. The Wildcats have 19 offensive boards, and to give a team like this that many opportunities to put that second shot back is going to nail you every time.
Grace for three. No defense on him. But he does well to get it back again.
Nice pass.
Threads the needle and finds Catalini again. Well, they got it back to 9, and it's out to 11 again. That would have been handy if it dropped. Tyson. Misses again, and Perth are away through Trahere. Oh, nice play. Didn't come off on that occasion, but it obviously is a set move inside to Vlahov, and the back door for Aaron Trahere. Another timeout has been called. The Wildcats leading by 11.
Coke. Coke bottle.
It's cool. Coke's cool bottle. It's old /
Cool. What's old? It's a classic.
But different. It's different. Bigger.
500 ml. It's perfectly symmetrical.
Seriously cool.
PET. Unbreakable.
Conforms to your hand. This is it. It looks like my next girlfriend. A modern classic.
It's about the shape.
The shape.
Yeah, the shape.
The future.
Have a Coke.
In a bottle.
It's beautiful because most importantly, it holds the drink.
Pal Meaty Bites at work with the 5 vital ingredients to keep any dog happier and healthier. 1. Calcium for strong teeth and bones. 2. Cereals for extra energy. 3. Polyunsaturates for a healthy glow in his coat. 4. Protein for strong bodies. 5. Vitamins for bright eyes. Pal Meaty Bites goes to work to build a healthier dog 5 ways.
7 o'clock Saturday. It's sexy, it's quick, and it'll match your lipstick.
It's cute, isn't it?
Take a peek at Wayne Gardner's Mega Garage.
I had an apartment that was smaller than this.
And get the wind in your hair in Behind the Wheel following Your Money and Your Life, Saturday on 10.
Suns with the possession, but they need a basket on this possession. Trailing by 11. Cameron. Quick ball movement from the Suns, looking for the outside shooter. There's one in Dickinson to get that shot away with no defense, and he knocks it down. 26 points for Cameron Dickinson. Inside to Fisher. The board by Tyson sets the wheels in motion for the Sun. Oh, he's finding range now, Cameron Dickinson. That was another 2-pointer. Oh, look at this. It's a 6-point ball game. Oh, they get a defensive stop here. Now you can see the crowd. They're starting to find their vocal cords again.
The Wildcats will work them over here in the 30-second set. They've still got another 16 seconds on the clock. Trahere with a good look at it. Nails the big one.
Well, that hurts. I mean, they did everything possible defensively, the Suns, but just didn't get out to the outside shooter when they needed to.
Well, that's that inside-outside game. There's so many problems down inside for them. Rucker pulls the trigger. It's another three.
Rucker is shooting at 58% from beyond the three-point arc, and he has 36 points to keep his side in this game. 104-98. 2 minutes remaining. Well, the Suns have tried and tried to get it under 9 points. And now when it's mattered, they've managed to do it. It's down to 6 points, a 3-pointer here, and it's anyone's game.
Well, Grace being picked up for the travel call there, a turnover, giving the Suns the opportunity. Derek Rucker going looking to find an opportunity. Oh, comes up with a turnover.
And Rucker not happy with himself on that occasion. He knew just how vital the three-pointer was. He gets the steal, or does he? Grace is trapped. Oh. Well, that's what you call experience. Ricky Grace calling a timeout on the floor, holding the ball, knowing full well that if he didn't get it away, it was going to be a Suns possession.
Well, that's experience. Been around the league a long time now, Ricky Grace, one of the smartest players playing that point guard position. Adrian Hurley now will be making sure that his players with this possession now, when they come back on the floor, they have 24 seconds of the shot clock. If they can score again right now, it's going to make it increasingly harder for the Suns. And execution of their plays will be the important thing. And no doubt we'll see those big bodies moving inside in the lane. As Mark Bragg, we might be able to catch some of this.
We look at the statistics, and statistically the Suns should not be in this ball game. So you have to credit them for the way they've just hung in there. I mean, as I said, throughout the final quarter, they couldn't get it under 11 or 9 points. And then they knocked down 2 quick threes, and they're back in the game. So,
well, I just can't believe that you can get 24 rebounds, have the other team get 46 and still be in it, particularly when 21 of them are offensive boards. And, you know, their shooting percentages are high at 50%. Their three-point shooting at 36% hasn't been great, but then they seem to string a couple together at the right time. And, you know, the Wildcats at the other end, 52% from the field, 48% from the three-point line. And it's hard to find something in those stats. I think probably the biggest figure is there's 19 turnovers for the Wildcats compared to the Suns' 9. And that's the figure that sees this game as close as it is.
Grace. Well, that's an offensive call. Again, Jason Cameron has come up with the big play defensively on Andrew Vlahov to get the offensive call, and that is foul number 5 on Vlahov. Well, you said earlier in the call, Trevor, about what Jason Cameron does. People can't understand what he does. Plays like that.
Well, I think too much of what the inexperienced fan, and I'm not criticising them, but what they will see more than anything is the scorers. It's more difficult to understand what value different players like Shane Froling, for argument's sake, gives to his club. As Dickinson goes again.
Well, he had to shoot it, and boy, it wasn't far off.
Well, they don't have a lot of time left, the Suns here. They need to score quickly and get the ball back. You can't just run the clock down. We just spoke about Shane Froling, and that's foul number 6 for him. He's had another night where he's battled it hard on the boards for the Suns. He's a smaller player for the position that he plays, but he certainly does puts in a lion-hearted effort every week. Well, Glenn Stump comes in to replace Froling. They haven't gone for Lucas Agrams. I think they've gone for another shooter there by having Stump out on the floor.
Another timeout called by Coach Mark Bragg. His side trailing by 6. And the Wildcats in possession.
Well, 1 minute 23. What we got there, about 3 possessions. Wildcats have it first up, depending on how much of the clock they use. I would expect them to run it down till late in the 30-second shot clock before they take it, unless they're given a layup. The Suns, on the other hand, are going to have to score quickly. They need to get down the floor, make that basket quickly. If they can get a stop now, they'll need a 3 to try and get within range with 1 shot. So they'll be looking to do that. And the Wildcats, on the other hand, slow the game down.
There's Steve Price getting the crowd involved.
Well, his job here in the Furnace this year has not been as difficult perhaps as last year. The performances of the Suns have been quite exciting at times. And I guess our viewers over in Perth, like us, we don't see a lot of the Wildcats because of our locations at opposite sides of the country, and I guess you don't see as much of the Suns. But I tell you something, if you haven't, they've really been playing some great basketball, as I'm sure the Wildcats have done so in recent weeks as well.
Well, the players dispersed from the timeout. Both teams in a team foul situation. So Aaron Trahair lines up for 2. So is that one of the nails in the Suns' coffin? Or can they bounce back again? He gets 1 of 2. That's handy for the Suns. A 3-point shot here would be extra special. Tyson is up there, but the foul has been called as Rucker went for the drive to the hoop. And that'll be 2 shots for Derek Rucker.
Now that's being called on number 30, Scott Fisher, his 4th foul.
Well, Scott Fisher picks up the foul there. Derek Rucker will go to the line for 2. 1 minute 13 to go. 2 points here makes it a 5-point ball game. We said it once before they couldn't do it against the Sydney Kings, and lo and behold, they won by 1 point on the buzzer. So in this game of basketball, nothing's over until it's over.
Well, Rucker knocks both those down to keep his 100% record intact from the charity strike. It's a 5-point ball game.
So the Suns have stepped in a man-to-man defense to up the ante and get out onto the floor, up towards the ball, and not allow the Wildcats just to hold it up too long.
Jason Cameron has the job on Ricky Grace. So far, so good. Shot clock down to 12 seconds. Tyson on Grace. That's a bit of a mismatch. Inside to Fisher. And Stump has been called for the foul, so Fisher to the line for 2.
Ricky Grace just running the show from our top there. Waited till the opportunity was there. Looked for the come off the high screen there from the post player. Made the baseline penetration and then finished it off with a terrific pass to Fisher.
He gets 1.
Bit of body language on that one.
So it's a 7-point split to the Wildcats. Rucker. They need a 3-point bomb. Dickinson. He goes for it. That's off Anthony Stewart and will be a Suns possession with 37.6 seconds remaining in this game.
Well, Glenn Stump made the schoolyard play there, knocking the ball down onto the defensive player's foot.
The screen set for Dickinson. Oh, the shot looked good from where we were sitting. Just didn't go. Well, I think Perth are going to get out of jail here. Only just, mind you. 7 points at the moment. 107-100. Foul has been committed. And Grace will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Ricky Grace to the line for 2 shots.
Grace makes no mistake with both of those to make it a 9-point ball game. Rucker, steal from Andrew Vlahov.
Perth got a new point guard there, and Andrew Vlahov.
So with the last shot of the game through Aaron Trahair, well, the Suns were gallant in defeat, but the Wildcats, in the end, just a bit too strong with too much experience. And they've walked away winners 109-100. And we'll be back with more right after the break.
But last night, you said...
Last night, we said a lot of things.
But what about us?
We'll always have Vienna. No one can take that away. It's better this way. You'll see.
McDonald's triple cheeseburger. 3 all-beef patties, 3 delicious slices of cheese.
I love you, darling. I love you forever.
It's about as cheesy as you can get.
Here we go. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own.
My hair is flat and lifeless. I'd love to have more air in my hair.
Let's listen again.
I'd love to have more air in my hair.
It may sound funny to you, but it led us at Sunsilk to develop Sunsilk Body Maximizer shampoo and conditioner with an amino concentrate to energize hair and increase its volume.
Sunsilk's Body Maximizer will make a measurable improvement for beautiful hair, full of volume and life. New Sunsilk Body Maximizer. It'll make a difference, you will see.
Since the beginning of time, nature's ingredients have been used to enhance the health and beauty of hair. Palmolive Naturals captures nature's best with jojoba used by the Navajos to make hair smooth like silk. The Nordics chose chamomile for healthy, vibrant hair, and the Aztecs used aloe vera for extra body and fullness. Palmolive Naturals, it's nature's way of saying beautiful, healthy hair.
Here we go. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own. Respect yourself in life. You got to take control. Respect yourself in life. You got to stand up on your own.
There is evil among them.
Anybody here?
And of all the madams of Melrose,
God, you are so smug!
one is about to discover.
See a doctor. You're obviously not feeling well.
Life's not worth living.
I hate you.
Melrose Place, 8:30 Tuesday on 10.
Well, thanks, Ken, and yet another great game here from the Townsville Suns tonight, but the Perth Wildcats just going about their job methodically and doing a tremendous job of closing the game out. 109-100. I have with me Aaron Trahere. Aaron, I thought tonight you guys did a tremendous job of just being consistent throughout the match.
Yeah, I think that's what we worked on at the start of the game. I mean, we really thought this was the tough game out of the two this weekend, and we really thought this was going to be a tough game, which it turned out to be, and we're just happy to come away with a win and just look forward to tomorrow night's game.
Well, tonight you played zone practically the whole match. I guess that was the game plan. It does give you the opportunity with your big players rebounding to let yourself and Ricky and Andrew, Anthony Stewart get out on the breaks a lot.
Yeah, I mean, once we play a zone, we get the long rebounds, and it gives us a lot of opportunities to really run, and that's what we like doing. And once we start running, I think we're a pretty hard team to beat, and we did that a lot tonight and came out with a win.
And you're now 5 wins straight, pushing towards those playoffs. I guess the right results for you this weekend may see you right at the top, so that home court advantage is very important.
Yeah, well, I heard, I don't know if I'm wrong or right, but Brisbane lost tonight, so, I mean, that puts us equal on top with losses. So, we come away with a win tomorrow night, and whatever happens tomorrow night with the other games, we'll see what happens. So, it's just exciting, maybe end up on top.
And you've just come back yourself from that Under-20 World Championship, a great result over there. How are you finding settling back in now after that?
Yeah, we did a bit of a partying on the last couple of nights we were away, so it took me about a week to get back into the swing of things, but I'm all right now, and just looking forward to the rest of the year and the playoffs coming up.
Well, thanks very much, Aaron, and we look forward to seeing you play the Gold Coast tomorrow night. Good luck with that game.
Okay, thank you.
Well, that was a tremendous match, Ken, and a good result for the Suns, even though going down with a loss, but the Wildcats just far too strong.
Yes, thanks, Trevor. Well, as we said, the Wildcats just too good in the end, but the Suns did make a basketball game of it. They just kept chipping away and eventually got it to within 6 points with about a couple of minutes remaining. The Wildcats steadied the ship and walked away with a 9-point victory. Looking at the match statistics there, as we said it throughout the telecast, the rebounding statistic, Wildcats 47 boards compared to the Suns 25, and James Crawford did well to get his 4,000th career rebound, getting something like 13 rebounds tonight. The Wildcats shot very well at 77% from the charity stripe, 51% from the field, and look at that, 45% from the three-point line. Top scorers now, the Wildcats had 6 players in double figures compared to the Suns 4. Rucker, Dickinson and Tyson topping the score sheet for the Suns. Fisher had 26 and at a percentage of 56%, but other percentages, Grace shot at 60%, Vlahov at 75%, and Aaron Trahere at 57%, and that was a telling statistic. The Wildcats just too good, walking away with a 9-point victory. I hope our Perth viewers enjoyed the telecast. From me, it's a very good night.
The NBL Mitsubishi Challenge. Proudly presented by Always Coca-Cola. Chicken Treat. Respect yourself. And McDonald's, where it's Mac time all the time.